Hello and welcome to Paraben Consumer Software's tutorial on how to get rid of full storage notifications on iPhones. My name is Rob Schroeder and I am a founder of Paraben as well as the president of Paraben Consumer Software. Just a little background on us. We have been creating software that extracts data such as pictures and contacts and stuff like that from cell phones since well before iPhones and Androids came out, so we have a lot of experience in this. So if you've got an iPhone and you have received a message that says storage is almost full or you cannot take a photo because there's not enough space, then I'm going to show you how to address that issue. Now the first thing you're going to do before you start deleting data from your phone is you're going to want to back up that data, because if you don't back up the data, you're going to lose it forever when you delete it. So we're going to show you a couple different methods to do that. One using iTunes and one using our photo backup stick. The photo backup stick will back up photos and videos from your iPhone or iPad or your computer as well if you want. So I will show you how to do that after I show you how to delete the data from your phone. So let's jump right into deleting data from the phone itself, because your other methods for clearing space, you actually really don't have much of a choice. You have to delete data or you're going to have to upgrade your phone. So you don't necessarily want to upgrade your phone, you want to clear your data. So we're going to have you go to settings in your phone, and from settings you're going to click on the general button here. Once there, you're going to click on phone storage. So when you've done that, before I show you the next screen, there's a couple different methods for getting rid of the data. One is to offload the data, and usually this involves just removing the app from the device, and the data from the device or from that app is still going to be there. So a lot of times this doesn't clear a lot of data, but I'll get into more of that later. You can use iCloud to back up your data, but that's going to be a backup, and generally when you use iCloud and then you delete data from your phone, it's still going to delete that data from the iCloud because your iCloud and your phone sync together. So that's not a really reliable method for clearing space as well as preserving data. The other method is to delete the data itself. So when you click on that setting, you're going to come to the iPhone storage here, and you can be able to see how much storage is being used by the different things like media, apps, photos, and other things. As I mentioned here, if you want to offload data by offloading unused apps, you can enable that by clicking this or tapping on this. That's going to get rid of the apps that you don't use very much, and that's going to allow you to, at any time that you want those apps, to go to the App Store and click on that little download button, and it's going to restore it from your account. So it can be a temporary thing if you want, but this usually doesn't save a whole lot of space. And as you can see, out of 256 gigs available on this phone, there's only 8.6 gigs of apps. The other one is to enable iCloud Photos, and like I mentioned, one of the downsides to that is that as you delete photos from your device, it will actually delete photos from your iCloud account eventually. So it's not a great way to back up your photos. The other method then is to actually click on different things as you scroll down on this screen and delete data. And I'm going to show you on music. You can do it on photos as well as any other app that's got storage on here. So when you tap on like the music here, it's going to pop up all the storage on the music. Again, you're going to have the option to offload the app, but as you can see, it's only going to free up the space from the app itself while retaining the actual music, so that's not going to free up much space. You can delete the app. Certain apps like music, usually you can't delete completely because they're hard-coded into the operating system. And that will also delete the data itself when you're able to delete an app. But for things like music, a lot of times you don't want to delete the entire app, so you're going to click on something like an album to delete specific songs or albums. So when you do that, you can see here, it lists the different albums. And then if you click on the edit button here, you can tap on any one of these icons here and hit delete, and that will actually delete the data from the device itself and clear up space. You can do this with photos, as you can see, you saw on the other screen there that you can tap on the different apps, and you can continue to do this for each app until you've cleared up enough space. So that's how you delete the data from your phone to clear up storage space on your phone. But as I mentioned before, you don't really want to do this until you've backed up that data. So next I'm going to show you how to back up that data using iTunes as well as our photo recovery stick. Now iTunes is a great way to preserve your phone data and to be able to restore it to your phone at any time. Apple's done a really good job with this app and this method. In fact, if you lose your phone and you've got an iTunes backup, you can restore your phone exactly how it is to a brand new phone with everything that you had on that phone at the time of that backup without losing anything. So it's a great method to really preserve everything. Now, some of the downsides to the iTunes backup is that you can't just go in there and look at your photos and videos from the iTunes backup file. You can restore it to a phone, but without special software, you can't do anything to extract the photos, the videos, music, things like that. So it does have its limitations. But I highly recommend that everybody back up their phone to their Windows computer or Mac computer using iTunes. And today we're going to show you how to do it using a Windows computer. It's going to be almost exactly the same using a Mac. So let's jump right into this. So we're going to end up plugging our phone into our computer and opening iTunes. But if you don't have iTunes installed, you're going to definitely want to go install the latest version of iTunes from Apple's website at apple.com/iTunes. Once you have that installed, then plug your phone into your computer and open the iTunes app. In the upper left corner of the iTunes app, you're going to see a little icon here if your device is connected properly. So if your iPhone or iPad is connected properly, this will pop up. Sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to pop up, but once it pops up, you're going to want to click on that icon. Then you're going to select a backup to this computer. So on the iTunes screen here, you're going to see this option here to back up to this computer. You can also encrypt your backup if you'd like. That means you can put a password on it. This password is independent of all of your other Apple passwords. It can be the same, but it doesn't have to be. And what this is going to do is this is going to encrypt your backup as well as encrypt the phone itself. So if you ever want to read the data from your phone using other software that might read iTunes backup software, it won't be able to read that data without that password. So keep that in mind. But that's as simple as that. Once you've clicked on that and click on the backup, it's going to back up all of your data to your computer to an iTunes backup file, and you'll be able to restore that to your phone in the future if you ever damage your phone or lose your phone and get a new phone. So I recommend doing this, and you can back up as often as you want, and when you do back up, it's only going to back up new information from your phone, and so it's not going to keep on backing up these huge backup files each time you back up. It's only going to add new information. So that's how you back up information to your computer using iTunes. Next, let's show you the photo backup stick method. So if you have a photo backup stick, it's going to be pretty simple. You plug the phone into the computer just like you would with an iTunes backup. Now with the photo backup stick, it only does support Windows computers at this time. So you're going to plug it into your Windows computer. And then you're going to go to your device's screen and you're going to hit trust on the message that says trust this computer. If you don't, then you won't have access to the device to be able to back up the data. Next, you're going to plug the photo backup stick into a USB port on your computer. And when you do that, it should pop up with the drive containing the photo backup stick. Now, it might be a different drive letter, and you may not see the folder like the run folder or the extension for the app, but all you need to do is open up the photo backup startup app to get started. And if this doesn't pop up, you can go to your computer window and look for the photo backup in your drives and double click on it to get to the photo backup startup app. Once you have clicked on that app, it's going to pop up the photo backup stick home screen here, and you're going to click Start Backup. Now on this screen, you're going to have a couple different options. First, your PC is going to be selected by default to back up from, and then you're going to have any connected devices. So if you have like an Android or iPhone connected, you can back up from any or all of the devices at the same time if you'd like. If your phone isn't showing up, you can check your connection, unplug it, replug it, and make sure you hear that chime from Windows that the device is plugged in, and you can hit the refresh button. And once you do have the device connected properly, hit the refresh button, and then you can select your iPhone here to back up. You can also click here if you want to back up videos, and then click the Start Backup button again, and it will start to back up those files. Now this process can take some time. If you've got thousands of photos on your device, it can take a long time to copy those files to the USB drive, especially if you've got a lot of large videos. So let that process finish, and once it's finished, you're going to see a message that's going to say it's backed up successfully, and then you can view the photos. So once you click on that, it'll pop up the folder with the backup, and you can view your folder videos and photos just like you would on any other USB drive. You can copy those to your computer to other locations, create backups of your backups. You can open up the photos to view them or do whatever you'd like. So that's how you get rid of the annoying iCloud message while ensuring that your data is backed up and preserved. Thanks for joining me today, and check back on our website for new versions of the photo backup stick that connect directly to your phone, as well as other products. Thank you very much.